Good morning, and welcome to your morning cereal. Okay, good morning, and welcome to Wednesday, and welcome to Rome. We're kicking off our on-location shoot here in none other than the fabled city of Rome. So walking around here, every street feels like we are in a movie set, and there's just so much history here and beauty everywhere I look. Also known as the Eternal City, Rome greets us with these sun-warm paved streets. Well, it's actually really hot here. It's about 95 and we've been sweating like crazy. But there's a constant hum of scooters and enough gelato and vino options to relax even the most frayed of nerves. Well, from the grandeur of the Colosseum, which is just that direction, to the quiet charm and tucked away piazza, Rome isn't just the backdrop, it's our co-star today. And as we dive into this episode, we're channeling all the energy, all the elegance, and the edge of this iconic city that it has to offer. Well, in keeping with the European flavor, our quote today is from Sergio Busquets, a master of quiet excellence on the pitch. Sergio Busquets said, quote, "You don't need to be in the spotlight to make a big impact. Sometimes the most important work is what no one sees," end quote. Now, this captures the quiet strength and humility that Busquets is known for, and it reminds us all that value isn't about volume, it's about consistency. And it's perfect for anyone grinding behind the scenes, making things happen without the fanfare. All right, well, today's news, facts, and birthdays are for July 16th. We're gonna start back in 1926. That's when National Geographic, they first published the first underwater color photograph taken near the Florida Keys. And what was the picture of? An elegant dolphin or a majestic blue whale? No, it was a picture of a hogfish. Then moving into 1945, the first atomic bomb was tested in New Mexico. It was a moment that changed world history forever. Then in 1969, Apollo 11, it launched towards the moon with Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins aboard. Then we're going to skip up to 1994. That's when the comet Shoemaker-Levy 9, it smashed into Jupiter. And it was the first ever observed planet collision. And then lastly, in 1999, John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette, they tragically passed away in a plane crash near Martha's Vineyard. But on a happier note, happy birthday to you. Today is your birthday. You share a birthday with Gareth Bale, the elite Welsh footballer. He's 36 years old today. Spanish midfielder maestro Sergio Busquets, he's 37 today. Future buddy of mine and someone who just generally cracks me up consistently, Will Ferrell, he's 58 today. And you know him as the king of dance, Michael Flatley, he's 67 today. And lastly, local legend and cowboy owner Jimmy Johnson, he's 82. Now, the number one song on this date in 1986 was At This Moment by Billy Vera and the Beaters. Now, you may not know this song by name. It was a surprise chart topper, but the song's rise wasn't instant. It was originally released in 1981 and it stalled at number 79. Then, in a fairy tale twist, it was featured in a Family Ties episode during a slow dance scene between Alex P. Keaton and Ellen Reed. And then boom, it soared to the number one position 6 years after its debut. Hey, here's a fun fact. It's one of the few songs to reach number one twice, and one of the last live versions to do so, marking a spot in the record books for it. Well, you know what they say, when in Rome, you should wrap up the podcast diving into Stephen R. Covey's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And today we're zooming in on a vital leadership concept from Habit 3, stewardship delegation. Now, in this subchapter, Covey draws a clear line between two different types of delegation. Remember these? The first, which most people are familiar with, is gopher delegation, where the boss tells someone exactly what to do and exactly how to do it. These are like, go fetch this and go do that. It's task-based, it's micromanaged, and it doesn't build trust or long-term capabilities. But Covey says truly effective leaders use stewardship delegation, which is a method based on mutual respect, clarity, and accountability. It focuses not on methods, but on results. And Covey says, quote, stewardship delegation involves clear, upfront, mutual understanding and commitment regarding expectations in 5 areas. So here's these 5 areas. They are, number 1, desired results. What needs to be accomplished, clearly stated. Number 2, those guidelines, the boundaries of principles that must be followed. Number 3, resources. What help, what tools or support are available. Number 4, accountability, the schedule or the standard for reporting the progress, okay? And then lastly are the consequences, right? What happens based on the success or the failure of getting it done? All right, this approach empowers others, it encourages the creative problem solving in them, and it develops long-term skills. Covey emphasizes that trust is the engine here, right? When you delegate stewardship, you're not giving up control. You're giving up control on how something is done while still remaining responsible for the outcome. Covey says, quote, people are more likely to be committed to a plan that they helped create, end quote. And by using stewardship delegation, you don't just unload tasks, you grow people. It's how organizations move from being people dependent to system and team dependent. Okay, so here's your takeaway. Effective delegation isn't about dumping work, it's about transferring ownership in a way that empowers others while keeping accountability intact. If you want to be a highly effective person or leader, this method allows you to scale your impact. It allows you to build trust and free yourself on what only you can do. All right, so whether you're touring the Coliseum or just watching Gladiator, remember, leadership isn't about doing it all yourself. It's about building trust and letting others grow. Hey, thanks for waking up with Morning Cereal on our first episode on location here in the Mediterranean. Where in the world will Morning Cereal be tomorrow? Join us tomorrow and find out for more nostalgia, insight, and inspiration. And until then, have a fantastic day. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to the Morning Cereal podcast on the One Life Live It channel. You can find more episodes and videos by visiting our YouTube channel and the website at Sean Inglis and at SeanInglis.com, where you can also follow our other podcasts, the Mr. and Mrs. Inglis podcast and the Life Happens podcast. In these other podcasts, we'll dive deeper into everyday issues, self-improvement and well-being, business and finance, and we welcome special guests too. So join us. It'll be a good time, I promise. Thanks again for listening. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you tomorrow.